Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Magiclysm. We are here with Luna Crowley in a magic academy, of all places, just resting here on this little old bed where in the last we scoured up and down this tower and found a great many things. We found a lot of scrolls, some of them double ups, other ones unique. Some of them we aren't going to be able to learn, but others there is a great deal that we can learn from them. Now it's 5:30 at the moment. Our temperature is falling, but we're nice and comfy and safe on this bed. Above us, trudging about, we can hear plastic golems, which so far haven't been that dangerous to us. We can probably work our way around them. There were a few other things that we weren't able to explore fully in this place. There were safes, and we desperately want to get into those safes. However, cracking them can take a long time, and so we might want to try and see if we can blow them open or smash them open, which is more likely. I don't know whether or not our crowbar will be able to do it. It's unknown to me whether or not that will work. We do have in our possession, though, a small object which can become a crowbar, but I'm pretty sure it's just a regular crowbar. Yeah, it turns into a crowbar, which we already have in our bag. I mean, it's cool. It's fantastic. I would wonder if we could turn it back into a coin, because, I mean, that's pretty sweet. I feel like it's like a one-time use thing, though, if I had to take a guess. And it's definitely worth more as a token than as a random crowbar. Yeah. So let's just take a moment here. We're going to sit on this bed this evening. We do have some food. We've still got some tea. We've got this canned chicken. We've got some pork and beans and a rotten owlbear egg. Unfortunate. We're just going to hang out here and we're going to flick through some of these books with our ever-burning torch, keeping us nice and illuminated. Oh, that's the closest we can get in. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So, let's see, what do we want to start with first of all? Okay, we might want to have a look at that eventually, but you know what? I'm thinking Burning Hands, because that is going to work us towards becoming a Calvinist, someone that has the ability to manipulate temperature, and just seeing a spell scroll called Burning Hands is something that's definitely going to take Luna's attention. So with that, we are going to start to try and learn this thing here. I imagine it's not actually going to take us all that long to learn it. We can see that our mana is at 3,700 at the moment, and there we go. Learning this spell will make you a Calvinist. Disciples of the great archwizard, Lord Kelvin. Calvinists focus their magic on manipulation and control of the temperature of their environment, leading to spectacularly powerful explosions or bone-chilling cold. This will lock us out of Storm Shaper, but I'm okay with that. So there will be some scrolls we won't be able to learn, but we're going to be able to learn all the Calvinist spells, and we've found some really good ones for it so far, Frost Armor being another one. So let's go ahead, and there we go. We have learnt Burning Hands, and we can also make the Calvinist rune should we need it. Okay, fantastic. So I think at this stage, we're not going to try and level the spells, we're just going to try and learn as many of them as we can. So already there are other spells that we can flick through. We have Cat's Grace, Dark Sight, Ethereal Grasp, Frost Armor, Glide on Ice, which kind of sounds like just fantastic rollerblades for us, Pillar of Stone, Rock Bolt, and Stone's Endurance, which is a Goliath technique in D&D. So let's just start off with Cat's Grace. See if we can learn this okay. This is a mega spell, so yeah, it's something that we are already experienced in. We daydream of crackling fire. I imagine we do, especially after just reading about Burning Hands. There we go, Cat's Grace. So all of these spells will probably practice outside, because that'll be a little bit safer. We aren't going to read any more right now. I think we're just going to have something to eat. We'll go for the canned chicken, and we'll have some black tea. Okay, so we are still tired at this stage, and it is 9:50. It's probably worth us going to sleep, but I'm thinking, I'm thinking we pop outside and we see if we can cast these 2 spells. So, out the front door. Oh, no, we still have to go down another level, Luna. There we go. Oh no, this is the basement. This is the top floor. Okay, so where was our exit again? We don't have great memory of the area. Let's see. No, not there. Oh, it's right here, of course. The front door bashed down. We find ourselves outside by our bicycle. We've dropped off all of our other little bits and pieces. There are some other scrolls there. All of those scrolls we can't use, I'm pretty sure. No. Yeah, we've already flicked through them. We can't use them. That's all right. That's perfectly fine. So, standing out here, let's have a look at Cat's Grace first of all. So we have a 47% chance of failing this. It makes us more agile and coordinated. So I believe it's probably going to increase either our dexterity or our speed. So let's just have a look up the top. Dex is 16 at the moment. We try to cast a spell and there we go. It just works. Fantastic. Okay, so we learned how to do that and our reflexes are heightened. Holy crap, they are heightened. 20 dex. Hot damn. Yeah, you can say that again. Okay, well, how long does that take effect? Oh, plastic golem. Where are you? Where are you? And that's not working as intended. So I think there's something strange that's gone on with my keyboard here. I think it's thinking my keyboard is a UK keyboard. Because 2 is usually at. I know, long story, I'm going to see if I can change this really quick because all the keybinds are different. Okay, yay, that's working. Fantastic, that was a strange experience there. But yes, we can see that Cat's Grace is on us at the moment. And that is giving us +4 to our dex. How long it lasts, it probably will say down here, duration 2 minutes. That's still pretty good. But 520 mana, that's fantastic. Love it. Very, very good. So, next up, Burning Hands. We have a lot less of a chance of failing this. Okay, so range 3, and it's a 25-degree cone, and it does 8 heat damage. So it's not too much yet, but that will get better over time. So, we're pretty sure we saw this in a game somewhere. Okay, yeah. Let's see. That's a decent looking cone, so let's try and cast it and then bam, yep, there we go. We learn Burning Hands as flames lick from our fingers out into the air, igniting the ether around us. Yeah, pretty nice. We hear an explosion. That's brilliant, Luna. Well done. Well done. So, we have a plastic golem to the east. We're just going to let that golem chill. And we're going to make our way back inside. I do want to check one thing out though, because I believe there was a copper band of some kind that I missed out on. So I'm going to see if I can track that down. For some reason, the vacation brochures have changed graphically, which I'm not sure why. So let me just have a look around here to see if we have actually missed anything. Reflexes return to normal. According to some fantastic eyes out there, it should be in one of these rooms, either on the bottom level or near the top. But we are looking for, first of all, we've got a flask of mercury that's just chilling out there. We will take that, thank you. I believe it could have been in one of these cupboards, so we'll just have a look at the rooms once again to see what we have. That's leading out the back. Hello, squirrel. How's it going? We're doing fine, thank you. Okay, so having a look in here. Nothing for us in that one. Okay, that's fine. We can probably sleep on the bottom floor. That would also be okay. Nothing there. A nice robe, though. In this room. Okay, beaded necklaces, copper bracelets. Okay, so possibly these. An old-fashioned copper bracelet, you can wear it like any, but it won't provide any effects. Okay, so, yet. But I think we might be able to get this to do something for us. We'll take them. Copper bracelets. I believe that was what was described. So we'll go ahead and grab those. I will just check the others real quick to make sure that we aren't missing out on anything else potentially useful. These cupboards are interesting in terms of what they've got going on here. I'm half tempted to take the platinum dental grills just so that we can maybe get some platinum from them. Yeah, everything else though, I think we're good. Yeah, don't need any of that. And I think for now, I'm probably going to go ahead and take off the the mask that we're rocking. Yeah, so the hockey mask, you can go off for now. There we go. That's a little bit better. We can see Luna once again underneath it all. And yeah, do I want to check some of the other rooms? You know what? We could have a quick gander, just to make sure that I haven't accidentally missed anything potentially useful. There's another hockey mask in here. How nice. But I don't think I have. I think we've kind of had a look at everything. I believe it was just those copper bracelets. Over here, no, nothing there. Because in general, I think we're going to be able to get away with wearing a little bit less in the way of equipment. Ah, copper locket. We'll take that as well. Thank you. Yeah, alright. That's that. So yeah, we can probably wear less because of other spells we're going to learn, like frost armor and stuff like that. But yeah, we like this room, so we're going to go ahead and try and sleep in here. We could try and start a fire before we sleep, just because we are feeling a little anxious and we're needing to do it. Let's also use a towel, because we've been wandering around in the fountains quite a bit, got ourselves saturated. I'm trying to remember if we saw a kitchen in here or not. Possibly, yes, down below. Okay, so we can actually start a fire in here and have it be okay. So that's probably the best move for us to do without burning down the house. Not something that we are that keen on doing just yet. Let's maybe just kick the stool into pieces if we can, and we'll take some of those pieces and just drop them into the oven just so that we can watch them burn for a little bit. Yeah, put a plank in there, Luna, and we'll go ahead and start a fire just in that space there. Okay, it's not quite enough, so let's extinguish it and just try to ignite it again. And there we go. We happily light that fire, and we just watch it burning inside the oven there. It's safe. It's not going to spread. That's how you can use ovens as a fire source inside of homes and have it be okay. I imagine there should still be some smoke, but it's okay. It's working out just fine. So yeah, just look at that for a little while. And then we'll make our way back upstairs, back up to this room here. Sleeping on the bottom level is always a little dangerous, so if you can avoid it, it's for the better. And let's try and sleep. Oh, let's turn off that light first of all. Extinguish. There we go. And do we have any multivitamins? We might want to have one of those before we go to sleep. Lovely. Okay, good to go. Time to slumber, Luna. And just like that, we fall asleep quite quickly, and we're comfortable because we're actually using a pillow. Wild. All of our wounds are nice and healed. We're going to be quite hungry in the morning, but we do have a little bit of food on us, and I believe that there is still some more food downstairs that we'll be able to snack on as well. We'll probably want to grab that before we start, or rather continue our study session. We have a lot more to read through, and at 7 a.m, it's actually a pretty good time for us to wake up. Not too early, not too late, just right. So, black tea first of all, some pork and beans, and let's pop down to the kitchen and see if we can pick up anything else down below. So, let's see. What do we have here, Luna? We've got some pickled herrings, some clam chowder. Okay, I mean, this is good foodstuffs. We don't need to take them with us right now, but we might want to eventually. Some dehydrated fruit. Yeah, we'll leave that one for now. And we'll take the canned pineapples over here by the fridges. It looks like it's primarily just liquor or soda. So let's just see exactly what it is that we have here. Oh, no, I stand corrected. We've got some hard cheeses, nice. Some sports drinks, which would keep us quite hydrated, but we can't exactly fit that in. We probably want to try and get full here if we can, so we'll just eat some of the bologna that's in the fridge here. Bologna, oh wow, not a lot in the way of calories from that. And it doesn't really fill us up. So let's just have some pudding. I know, weird, we've just had a slice of bologna. We're going to follow that up with some pudding. Okay, we're hydrated, but we are still a little bit on the hungry side. So I'm just looking for things that would sate us, that would make us feel, full. Sports drink, actually, surprisingly enough. But we are hydrated, so I don't want to overdo that. You know what? I think it's probably just going to have to be some more bologna. Yeah, just There we go, satisfied, fantastic. We should be good for now. I'm just thinking, yeah, no, we've got some snacks. Let's pop on back up to our nice safe room and we continue to study. Yes, we are. I'm going to try not to keep on zooming out like that. So, Scroll of Darksight next. We've got quite a few of these. We'll just go ahead and read this one here. Okay, gives us the power to see in the dark. This is a difficulty 6 spell. Let's try to learn. And because of our spellcraft, we are going to be learning a lot faster in general. We already feel like we need to ignite something though, so... But hey, Darksight, we've got it. I probably want to have a little bit of a snack, just while we're not doing our research. Have some canned pineapple, delicious. And let's have a quick look at Darksight. So this is a classless spell, so anyone can learn it. It lasts for 16 minutes, which is pretty good. It does cost 520 mana, which is a little bit of a mana sink, but it's not terrible for 16 minutes. Yeah, the power to see in the dark. Given the right scenario, I feel like that could be quite a useful spell for us. Next up, Ethereal Grasp. Okay, so a mass of spectral hands emerge from the ground, slowing everything in range. So this is an AoE spell, really good for us to get away from something so that we can just continue to sling spells at them. Okay, let's try to learn. Yet another classless spell, so this is for everyone. And there we go, we have learnt it. Okay, intrigued to see how much that's going to cost. 420 mana. Okay, and it actually does 10 bash damage, lasts for 10 seconds, and so I wonder if it just does like difficulty to move, or if it actually does hold them in place. It says it slows them. I'm intrigued to see how much it slows them by, and we can see at the moment it's a range 5, spell radius 2, so that's actually a pretty good radius. Spell radius 2 is big. Yeah, that's great. Love that. Okay. What is the casting time on this thing though? Because that's another thing that you need to keep in consideration, is that sometimes it can take a bit. Casting time, 2 seconds while impeded. That's okay, that's good. That's a quick spell for us to cast. We're definitely going to keep that in our arsenal. Right, so next up, Frost Armor. Good. Difficulty 3. Cast cost is 520 and 200, so I think that's 2 seconds. So let's see. Okay, very hungry after that one, but Frost Armor covers us in a thin layer of magical ice to protect us from harm. So this gives us Frost Armor, spawn 0 Frost Armor. So once we actually cast this, we will learn it properly. So we might as well do some casting here, because we're going to regenerate mana naturally while we are reading. So let's try and cast it. There we go. We have learnt to cast Frost Armor. Okay, jumping into here, I don't think we have it on us right now. Our torso is super encumbered. And I don't know if that's because of this Frost Armor. Is it something that we're physically wearing? Oh, it is. It is. Frost Armor. Okay, well let's have a look at it and see what that's going to do. So, encumbrance is 10 across the board, but 100% coverage, and it's a bash and cut protection of 12 on each. So I think with this, I would be fine with us not using armor in general, because it means that when we're going into a fight, we just kind of tap and apply the Frost Armor. Because it's ice though, I can see why it does give us that 10 encumbrance, because, you know, it is going to slow us down a little bit. All in all though, I mean, that's pretty cool. So for the most part, we'd want to try and not have too many things layered over the top of us. I wonder if it cools us down as well. Yeah, cool. Let's have something to eat before we try and do some more casting. We're going to go for the pickled herring. Delicious, and we'll have some nice black tea after that as well. Okay, jumping back into this, we are going to now try and cast Darksight. See if we can... okay. Gives you the power to see in the dark. Weird that we can cast it away from ourselves. We lose concentration. Okay, well let's try it yet again. There we go. We adjust our sight adjusts to the darkness, and something about the spell just clicks. Our eyes glow green for a moment. Now our sight can pierce the darkest of shadows. Wonderful. As a helicopter flies on overhead. Ethereal Grasp. I kind of don't want to... I mean... Oh, it can be cast through walls. Nice. Let's try and... Oh, green. It's like night vision. Wonderful. Good to see. Okay, well, we're going to try and cast this ethereal grasp over here. Oh, I guess maybe we do actually have to have a target within that space. Alright, sure, fine. We'll cast that eventually. We'll go ahead and just extinguish our torch for now. Look at that. We can see in the dark. Nice. Can we see well enough to be able to read? We'll try and read Glide on Ice. It's too dark. That's fine. Okay, so Glide on Ice is the next one for us. Unfortunately, Lightning Blast, not going to be something that we can learn. But we can learn many other things here. So, this encases our feet in ice, allowing us to glide along smoother surfaces faster. Okay, let's learn this thing. A decent duration on this, and the cast cost is only 100. Takes a little while to cast it, but yeah, the darkness loses its shape. That's fine. We learn Glide on Ice. So, let's try and see if we can cast this thing. So, barely no chance of it failing. Takes 6 seconds for us to cast it. Spawn 1 slick icy coatings. Okay, on self. Right. Sweet. Let's try it. And there we go. We now have... Yeah. Okay. Sweet. That's all good. Again, is it something that's physically... It is something that's physically on us. So this is 100 turns it's lasting for at the moment. Yeah, strapped to our feet. It actually gives us great protection on our feet. The coverage is 100%, 0 encumbrance. So our feet are like, nice. Okay. I don't know how much that's going to increase our speed by. It says on, slick surfaces. It is definitely better. We're looking at 72. Moving between the squares there. So, yeah, I mean, good. It's good. Works like our rollerblades. I guess it means, yet again, less equipment that we need to carry with us. So that's great. And look, I know a lot of this episode so far has just been learning spells. It's going to be a big part of Magiclysm. And obviously, we aren't going to have occasions like this where you just find a whole heap of stuff. Next up, Pillar of Stone. Okay, so this is the Earth Shaper one. Drawing on your surrounding earth, you form a pillar of solid rock. Experience will make the task easier and less disruptive to the surrounding area. Okay, 500 cost. Let's see. We're daydreaming of a crackling fire yet again. And there we go, Pillar of Stone. Very hungry at this stage, so we'll have maybe some hard cheese and some clam chowder. Wonderful. Some black tea. Just to wash the taste down. And, right, okay, let's see. Pillar of Stone down here. Decent chance to cast this thing. Okay. It can be quite destructive on the area. So, let's see. We will go out here. Let's just try and cast it on that table there and see what it does. We might not be able to, because we're not on the bottom level. Yeah, I don't know how that will work. I mean, let's try though. Let's try Pillar of Stone. Okay, let's try and raise it up. Yet again, I don't want to trap ourselves, so let's do it something like this. Yup, and Pillar of Stone. Wow, holy crap. It destroyed everything in here. Wow, we're okay though. Yup, it just... Yeah, smooth rock, impassable, amazing. Yet again, another way for us to defend ourselves, but I love that it just blew out the windows in here. So with this casting, this pillar of stone just erupts from the ground, and as it does, the force, the energy that it releases destroys the chairs and the chairs and the tables, and causes the windows to shatter as Luna stands there seemingly unharmed. Hell yeah, that was very cool. And yeah, we learned something about how to cast that spell. Sick. Very, very nice. Okay, well, let's plop ourselves back down on our bed yet again. We've got rock Bolt and Stone's Endurance to learn before we dive into the magical element book. So, Rock Bolt next for us. This is bash damage, difficulty 1, so this is kind of like our magic missile, but as an earth shaper. I imagine it's kind of almost like, you know, earth bending, like kicking up a rock from the ground and then firing it forwards at high velocity. It does say it's conjured, so, I mean, be it if we get it from the ground or just conjure it, both are cool options, and we've learnt Rock Bolt, so I don't think we're going to be able to fire that at someone specifically, but looking at this, it costs 70 mana for us to do, 10% chance of us failing, and 5 bash. Okay, alright. Okay, casting time 121 moves. It does take a bit for us to do that, and it is saying that it's impeded at the moment. So it might be mobility or either our gloves. Let's see. We were using the fingerless gloves, but it might be worth us taking them off altogether. Now let's have a look again and see if we are still impeded while attempting to do something like that. So Rock Bolt, where are you? Here. Okay, still says it's impeded. Do we have anything else on our hands? Oh, yeah, we do. Of course we do. For one, we've got the rings. They shouldn't be doing anything to us. But, yeah, the Jedi Cloak is going to be encumbering us. It's very bulky. So we'll go ahead and take off the cloak for now. Oh, boy. Why are we bald? I think something strange has gone on with the texture pack here. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Luna is completely bald. We know that isn't the usual case here. I'm just going to take a moment to see if I can fix that, to see if I can figure out exactly what's happened here. Okay, refreshing the pack seems to have helped with that. Yeah, things are looking a little bit more normal now. We'll jump back in and have a look at the spell and see if that's better. Okay, unimpeded now. So the question is, can we wear those fingerless gloves or not with it? We might be able to get away with that. Let's see. Rock Bolt. Yep. Okay, so it was literally just the cloak that was, or the Jedi cloak that was making us impeded. That's better. 100 moves. We can work with that. Okay, so jumping back onto the bed here, let's do a little bit more reading. Stone's Endurance is going to be next for us. Pillar of Stone. It's good. It's good. Rock Bolt, we'll need to try and find someone to fire that at eventually. I don't know if Rock Bolt will travel through glass like Magic Missile can, but yeah, we could always train ourselves against the golems upstairs. Okay, right, Stone's Endurance. We focus on the stones beneath us as we draw from their agelessness. Our mana is converted into stamina, so given the right scenario, this could be a really good spell for us, because you never want to end up out of stamina in a fight. And hey, there we go. Achievement complete. Archmage. You have learned a large number of spells and would be qualified for the Archmage title. Holy crap. Luna. God damn. We've been working our way up the ranks here quite quickly. I'm sure our grandfather would be proud of what you've been able to accomplish in such a short amount of time. I think we've got a prodigy on our hands here. A prodigy that is hungry and thirsty and without much in the way of food or water. So we will do something about that. We don't have to worry about the stamina right now. We've got one more book that we want to try and read today. So let's go ahead and quickly cast Glide on Ice. Because at the moment, if we're looking, 106, that's our current speed. Glide on Ice, now our speed, oh, I could have been wrong. It's 71. And then if we start running, wow, we are freaking quick. Oh, and we can actually see them. Little ice booties. Wonderful. Okay, yeah, going down the stairs, that takes a little while. And obviously moving diagonal always takes more speed. But yeah, that's cool. I'm happy with that. So let's see, down here, we do have a little bit more in the way of food. And we should have some drinks in here as well. Lots and lots of sports drinks. So let's just start by drinking those because they're going to be quite good for us. Weirdly enough, not enjoyable, which is strange. Yeah, we don't really get any joy from them at all. Let's have some yogurt. over here. And then we could just, yeah, have some more bologna. Maybe some pickles afterwards as well. There we go. Satisfied. Wonderful. That should be enough to do us through, because it's now 10 o'clock. So we should be getting to sleep, but I kind of also want to try and just, you know, check on this book. So we're going to skate our way up. Oh, I think the ice is gone. Yeah, it disappears. That's fine. That is totally fine. We'll make our way back up into the room here, and let's continue reading. So looking at this one here, there's a few things that we can learn. 2 Calvinist spells and 1 Mega spell. So Point Flare causes intense heat at the location, damaging the target. So this is just like a really good way for us to do a single target fire spell. Range is only 3 at the moment, damage is 16. That's at level 0. So yeah, per level the damage goes up by 4 for each level. Max level is 80. Oh, okay. We can do a lot of damage with that spell. Ice Spike is the other one that we've got. Really good damage from this one. Causes jagged icicles to form in the air above the target, falling and damaging it. Nice. Excellent. And then finally, Gravity Well. Summon a well of gravity with an epicenter at the location. Deals bashing damage to all all creatures in the affected area. Okay. That's great. So the AoE can go up by quite a bit. At max level, it has a range of 6. The damage goes up by 1, just a little over 1 each level. So we can get a decent amount of damage and a decent amount of range from it eventually. So yeah, we kind of want to learn all of these things. We are going to start off with Point Flare though. So we'll start studying that. Yeah, looks like this is going to be a bit of a late night study session for us, really. And we're actually feeling a little cold at the moment. We need the warmth of a fire. Well, that's for different reasons. So, first spell learned. Wonderful. Next up, Ice Spike. We're going to start flicking through the pages here. We're very hungry yet again. We can manage that hunger. And finally, we have Gravity Well. We have Gravity Well to learn. So let's finish that off, as we do feel that need for fire once again. We'll probably make our way back down to the basement to start a fire and warm ourselves up a little bit. There we go. Fantastic. We'll go ahead and chuck on the cloak once again, just for a little bit of extra warmth. It is now 7:30 in the morning. We literally spent the entire night studying, which, you know, these things happen. But we'll pop on down here real quick, and we'll just take some of the splintered wood, pop that into here. We can maybe even do a little bit of cooking, should we desire. We'll start a fire. It's not quite enough for us though, so let's try again. Okay, we'll keep at it. There we go. We happily light that fire. So we might be able to cook here. Let's see. Do we have access to much? No, not really. Not really. That can change, however, because we do have noodles and other things here. So we're just going to go ahead and pull everything off of the shelves and start just collating it here. Grab everything else, put it onto this square here. At least that's what I was trying to do. So we'll go ahead and move that all across, and we'll see if we are able to cook up anything here. We are going to try and use just some of the other kitchen supplies that are around. So let's see. We're going to grab that copper pot. That should be enough for us to get this done. Yep. Drag that on across, and let's see if we can make anything interesting. No, that's still nothing. I was hoping we'd be able to make some noodles. We probably just need some water for that, really. And we've got... Oh, we do actually have a pool over here. We could fill that up. Yeah. Okay. Sure. What do we have in the way of storage here? We've got some plastic bottles. We could go ahead and just try and fill those up with water. Just the one? Plastic jars. Oh, we got some gallon jugs. Fantastic. That's all we need. Just need some gallon jugs, and you know what, we'll just take the one. We will put our wand on the floor for now. Yep, don't worry, I'll be back for you, and we can actually see the fireball on it now. Cool. Pour into container, some water, there we go, and let's just place that water back down there, grab our wand, wonderful, And let's see. Corn tortilla, brilliant. We can make some cornbread as well, and boiled noodles, which is the one that I was kind of looking for here. So we'll go ahead and make the raw spaghetti version of that to start with, and I will eat that once we can find it amongst everything else that's here. Fast noodles, there we go, delicious. And we'll go ahead and make some more, but we need to go back in and have a look at it again. Okay, or not. Either we don't have enough water, or we can't cook the other pasta that way. Or I just ate the noodles as they were, which is entirely possible because that's the boiled noodles over here. Yeah, we ate the noodles raw, which is okay. You know, it works as a snack. There are worse things that we could do. So I am pretty happy with what we've been able to do so far. I think we probably want to pop on outside and just sort some of our equipment out, drop a whole heap of things, and, well, I kind of want to decide if we want to try and take anything else from here. For some reason, we aren't too into the sports drinks, but they are still useful, so we should try and unload some of that into our canteen if we can. So let's have a look at doing that. It's hydrating, and it's generally going to be quite good for us, so we'll go place that into the canteen, and we'll do that again with some of the other ones that are here as well. More sports drink into the canteen, thank you, and we'll do that once again. I feel like this will be the last lot to go in there. Okay, canteen, how much we got going on you? Sports drink, we should be able to see that over here under food. Sports drink 6, fantastic. That is our max. So, popping back upstairs and outside, we'll have a look at dropping some things off. We've got a giant wasp around though, so we want to be a little bit wary. Okay, the giant wasp can totally see us. So, here is our chance to try out some spells. So, first of all, we might want to try out this point flare spell. It only does 16 heat damage. Our casting time is impaired at the moment. Crap. How long is it going to take us to take off the cloak? Maybe too long. Oh boy, yeah, took a little bit longer than I would like. So, how long does Phase Door take us to cast? 100 moves. How much is the short distance again? It's not enough. Okay, so Blinding Flash could work on this thing as well, because it's not a zombie. It might still be able to smell us, but I think it could be worth us trying here. Okay. Let's see. Bam. Okay, we get the thing off. It does cut into our duffel bag, but we managed to hit the wasp, which is good. That's what we want. Let's start running. Okay, so we hope that this thing, it is blind. It's actually blinded. It cannot see us at the moment. It is working. Hell yes. Okay, next up, we're going to try out our new spell over here, Point Flare. Wasp's dangerously close. Yep, we know that. And bam. Okay, we lose our concentration. Did not work. Let's try it again. Point Flare. Okay, there we go. Okay, it just works. We learned how the spell works. That's what we like to see. The wasp is still blind and quite damaged, so let's jump back in again. Let's just kind of work out our mana here. So 75 mana for Point Flare. How much is our Magic Missile? It's only 50, and Magic Missile does do more damage in general for us. So let's just go ahead, Magic Missile this thing, and the wasp is dead. Just like that. Hell yeah, Luna. That's the good stuff. Okay, so we can handle ourselves against creatures like wasps and other things. Animals, we are going to be able to blind them. Zombies, it might not work as well, but who knows? I mean, we can give it a try. So I'm going to take a second here to have a look at what we are wearing and kind of decide what we're going to do, because we want to be able to have our armor over the top. I think we are always going to run into a bit of trouble with the duffel bag. Just being full of too much stuff, but we don't really need to have these things physically on us at the moment. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and drop a fair amount of it and see how we're doing equipment-wise after that. Okay, so having a look at our encumbrance at the moment, we're very good. Like overall, we've got next to no encumbrance at all. We are currently using a runner's pack. as opposed to the duffel bag. The duffel bag's going to be great when it comes to just our general looting and all the rest, but I feel like when we are just kind of trying to move around and explore, the runner's pack is going to be what we want to try and use. I am going to head back into here just to see if we can potentially break through some of those safes. I don't know if we're going to be able to. Yeah, not sure on that one. Okay, so let's have a look at the rooms. Yeah, it's these ones over there that we want to have a look at. So, popping upstairs here. Oh, hang on. Is that right? How do I keep doing that? Hang on. What's going on with the staircases here? That's not the right room. That's not taking us to the right place. That should be taking us here. For some reason, the staircases aren't linked up anymore. That is bizarre. Okay, well, let's go up this one. And yet again, it takes us to the square. Okay, that's not good. We're meant to be over here. Okay. So there is a possibility that in the settings, the staircase alignment has been shifted. Just going to check to see if that's the case or not. Okay, so after having a look around, cannot figure out why the staircases have broken. No settings have changed. So that's unfortunate. We could try to phase door, but that doesn't always have the effect that we want. It is dangerous for us to do that. Honestly, standing here and phase dooring would probably be the safest way for us to do it if we were to try it. And I mean, we can try. We can try it. Oh, that, wait, that phase door does through the, no, not through the floor. Okay, right, okay. No, just over in this direction. Right. You know what? I wonder if the pillar of stone, like, broke the staircases somehow. It's possible. Yeah, it's pits that we can put things across. I was just trying to think about how we could potentially get across to that space there. Not without kind of building something, which is frustrating. If we did have ledges that we could work with on the outside, we might be okay. Can we peek out? We can peek out over the edge. Okay, that's good to know. That's not going to really help us either. Well, you know what? I'm going to try one more phase door just to see if we get lucky. Phase door T. And unfortunately not. It just ported us over this way here. So yeah, that sucks. That for whatever reason. And you know what? Let's put it down to Hogwarts stairs. These are weird magical stairs, and for whatever reason, they just seem to be porting us all over the show. So that's unfortunate, but it's not the end for us. So let's have a look at this big old map, and we can see a lot further on the map at the moment just because of the way the resolution of the game is working. And speaking about that, the resolution is working really strangely. Yeah, it's kind of jumping all over the place at the moment. I'm still trying to figure out exactly why that's happening. I'll see if I can eventually kind of understand why. But this was a location that I did want to check out today. This forest, quote unquote. Yeah, we are tired, which is unfortunate. It's not going to affect us too much at this stage. We'll probably be a little bit more wary, but I'm thinking we can more than likely leave most of our equipment here, if not just dragged down closer to the academy. We can get away with just using our backpack to ride on over towards this thing. Our backpack? Our bicycle. Come on, Rycon. So let's start to make our way on over. Keeping an eye on our stamina, make sure that we're not going to get too tired out by doing this. And yeah, we're going to go off-road and over towards this location that popped up because of a map that we read. Lairs. Yes. At least I think that's the reason why. We could have also just seen it from a distance. That's also possible. Okay, we've got some blood on the ground here as we start to ride towards what looks to be an old, abandoned rural house of some kind. Big old stone in the entrance, but not much else going on. Okay, so 12 kilometers seems to work for us as far as speeds go. Alright, and onwards we travel, starting to go a little bit more down, and we'll start to spin just over this way. Okay, so what is this location going to be? Well, we're closer now, and it is certainly some kind of cave. Oh, we've got a skeletal zombie. Well, hi there. Let's go ahead and stop our bicycle. We will stop driving. Let's go and cast Frost Armor on ourselves. There we go. Okay, our encumbrance is looking pretty good overall, and we are covered in this armor of frost. I just want to make sure that, okay, would it be better if we wore that on the outside? Oh, that is out. No, that's innermost. Would it be better if we put it on the outside? No, okay, apparently we want to keep it on the inside. Okay, I'm okay with that. Let's go draw out our saber, and we'll put our wand of fireballs away, and we'll see if we can get a little bit closer so that we can deal with this skeletal zombie. Okay, now are you slower on that spot? Just. We slash out towards it, quickly striking it. There we go, saber doing its work. Interesting look, sports bra, duster, bikini bottoms, and a wedding ring, tool belt as well. That's a very interesting looking zombie. So weirdly enough, this cave seems to go both up and down. Let's start to make our way towards it. Not knowing what to expect, but we can hear some kind of shuffling. So shuffling means that we're probably dealing with a zombie, but we've got coffins in here, Luna. Coffins. Oh, and another skeletal zombie. Well, hi there. Okay, so are we still armored at this point? We are not. No, 86 turns. We're still good for a little while. Wow, damn. As we spin around the corner, we bring our saber right into the head of this skeletal creature. We're seeing more coffins. Okay. Spooky. Very spooky. Now, looking at these coffins here, can we crack them open? Right. Is there an option for us to open them here? Because sometimes there are with coffins. It's under construction rather than other things. So let's just search for coffin. Okay, let's dig. This is a strange place. I'm tempted, if we can't crack them open, there's nothing to be examined, we might have to try and smash them. You know what, Luna? Let's do that. So with saber in hand, we're going to start to try and crack this thing open. Okay, seems like it was made out of wood. Okay, nothing inside. Just nail, plank, rag, splintered wood. We'll check and see if this one's the same. Same deal. Okay, well, with that being the case, I think we want to try and go up before we go down. This might just leave us on top of this thing. And sure enough, that seems to be the case. And it looks like we can walk down in a few different areas. Okay. I just want to make sure that that's going to be the same thing over here as well. It is. Alright, so let's go ahead and peek on down. But I think we want to try and do this a little differently. So we're going to go ahead and extinguish our torch. And then we are going to put the saber away so we can cast. And we are going to cast our night sight. So let's see. Dark sight. There you are. And cast on ourselves. Fantastic. So we can now see in the darkness. We're going to go ahead and peer down the stairs here. Okay. So far, so good. All right. We'll be hands-free just for now so that if we need to, we can make some movements, do some things. It's cold down here. Lots of coffins. Okay. Yeah, we can't crack these coffins open. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. We are hearing a noise. What is the noise? Shuffling. And we can see a book. Necromantic Minions for Dummies. Oh boy, and we got ourselves a zombie necromancer right in front of us, and you can see us just fine. So, this is a twisted mockery of the human form, emaciated with jet black skin and glowing red eyes. It's somehow painful to look at, awakening fears deep within your psyche, and even the air surrounding this creature is more sinister and somehow more dangerous. Okay, so with this thing stumbling towards us, we are going to go ahead and pull out our saber in the dark and slash out towards the zombie necromancer. Okay, all right, we dodge to the side and bring our blade down on its head, stunning the creature as we very quickly and nimbly manage to kill it. Okay, a laptop computer. Very interesting. A relatively normal looking person, all things considered. And in here we have a book, and I think what is, a stone altar. So let's go ahead and pick up necromantic minions for dummies, as I think we're just going to be able to sell that on. And interesting little location. You know what? The coffins that are down here, we are going to smash them as well. I think it's just set decoration though, really. Okay, well, let's go pop back up to the surface. We're going to be a little bit blinded, unfortunately. Yeah, so we might just have to wait for our night sight to kind of run out. We'll put the saber away for now and just quickly flick through this. We already know everything that it could teach us, because I don't think we are going to be able to learn anything from it. So yes, that does tell us how to summon zombies, skeletons, a decayed pouncer. Doing a necromantic summoner in this would be a fair amount of fun, I would think. And so, let's go ahead, jump back onto our bicycle here, and look at the rest of the surrounding area. So we're going to mark this as explored because, well, we're kind of done with it now. This was marked as a forest tile, and I'm just trying to think if there's anything else around here that might have popped up. I don't think there has been. No. But in saying that, there is still a church here in West Newbury that we can have a look at, and I am tempted to do so. So let's go ahead, start to bike on over back towards the town. We can see a beagle. We'll just work our way around this. 12 kilometers seems to be a comfortable pace for us to be able to go at without, really tiring ourselves out. Apologies for the bright green. Yeah. Okay, just keep on working our way around all of this mess. There is one zombie that we haven't smashed. We'll leave it. It'll be fine, surely. Okay, and this is the church here. You can still see a plastic golem kind of nearby. Let's just go ahead, stop the bicycle a little bit further away from the church here, far enough that it's easy for us to run to. And let's just move towards this thing. Okay, closing up shop. There's a whole heap of stuff here, just left all over the place. Our eyes still very easily able to see everything that's here. Let's have a look at what we have. So, we've got a holy symbol. Might be good for us to have maybe one of those, just in case. Let's see. Anything else that we'd actually want? I don't think so. No, so really just a holy symbol, which we can go ahead and grab one from here, and why not? We'll go ahead and wear that. We will continue throughout the rest of the place here. Okay, that leads to the outside. Do we have a basement here by chance? Okay, we have an upstairs, and we have a working computer. Okay, church bells. Right. Let's not do either of those right now because I feel like that might get the attention that we don't want currently. Looks like this is just, 2 coats. Okay. Well, we'll check these ones and then we will make our way upstairs. Okay. So, what do we have in these? Hole punches, SD cards, Hack Pro. Okay. Might be worth us taking that USB. And there's a survivor's note as well, which is to the southeast. We'll make sure that we read that. Okay, survivor's note. What do you got for us? Is that one pharmaceutical company gonna come out with like a cure for this anytime soon? Unfortunately not. Interesting. It's like a little courtyard rooftop thing to the church. I like that. Let's check the bookcases. No secret knowledge here from what we can see, just a pair of matches. Okay. Ooh. Alright, we got ourselves a statue. I imagine to some kind of religious figure, more than likely. But it's quite a cool building, the church. Another one of those nice locations that you could use as a potential base, especially because you've got like these planters up here and you can actually, do some harvesting up on the roof. You can always block out the staircases. Not a bad spot. I've lived in a cathedral before with one of my first characters I ever had, and look at that. We've even got like a little kitchen up here as well. Not a bad spot as far as locations go. And hey, we can even clamber out here. I'm not sure where the bells are meant to be. They probably are higher up in general. What do we got in here? A crime novel, I see. And probably just sheets on here, right? Blankets, pillowcases, yeah. Okay, nothing in that. Alright. Well, I suppose that's that. And I think anything else that we could have seen from around here, it wouldn't reveal too much to us. No. Seemingly not. Okay, well, I think that's it then for this church. Let's start to make our way down. We'll see if there's anything else that we want to eat. No, just the sports drink, huh? Well, you know what, we can go ahead and have some of that. For some reason, our sports drink we don't enjoy, but this one we do. I'm not sure why. It must be a different flavor. For some reason, we just don't like that other flavor. Yeah, leave the survivor's note behind. We don't have a use for that. And yeah, the bells aren't actually a terrible idea if you wanted to try and clear out a town. It's one way to draw all of the zombies to one location, so they're a little easier to deal with, either by burning a place down or just by avoiding them altogether. So unfortunately, still going to be very, very green for a while with our eyesight here. But we might want to start considering about getting some of this equipment back home. We have pretty much explored the Magic Academy. I do want to try and see if we can smash those big crystals to try and, get the shards from them. This lot here, unfortunately for whatever reason, we're not going to be able to get to right now, just with the stairs being all weird. We can go back to this Technomancer's house though and see what we can do there. We are going to try and load up this bicycle with whatever we can. We're probably going to have to chuck the duffel bag back on just so that we can actually carry all this stuff back home. But yeah, we'll just go ahead, stop here momentarily, stop driving, and let's just move this stuff up. Finally we can kind of see a little bit better, and let's figure out what we can store and what we need, what we don't. So this is already full at this stage. We've got a lot of stuff that we want to bring back, namely scrolls and other bits and pieces. So let's sort this by volume, and we're going to start at the bottom and go for the things that are the least voluminous, and we're going to put those in first of all. So things like that. The paper wrapper we're not going to need, but yeah, we'll just go through and store what we can. And that's it maxed out already. Everything else, I believe we're going to be able to fit into our duffel bag if we wear one, and we're probably just going to have to wear one for the time being. So let's go chuck the duffel bag back on. That'll give us a lot more carrying capacity, and we're just going to see whether or not we're actually going to be able to take all of this stuff here. So looking at that, there's 70 liters worth here, so that's going to probably be too much for us, but never say never. So let's just start going through, grabbing all of these, because they're kind of the most important thing for us. Liquid mercury, we'll go ahead and take all of that. The stone shells. Okay, we can fit in most of this stuff here. We don't need the layer map anymore. The pin remit we will take. Another stone shell. Plastic wrapper can stay behind. And yeah, going from the top, we'll take the flotation vest. The rollerblades we're actually just going to leave. The bullet plate is going to be the thing that... yeah, we might just have to leave that here, and if we need it in the future, we can come and grab it. Settlers of the Ranch, definitely taking that, along with food. And the books are going to be valuable too. I think we're actually going to be able to fit everything else on us without too much trouble. So let's just see if we can get away with that. The bullet pearls, the hockey mask, we'll leave it behind. I'm feeling okay with that. Alright, that's it though. Okay. Yup, apparently nothing else. Okay, so we definitely want to try and fit these scrolls in. So with that, I think we're going to have to wear our Jedi cloak as well, just to give us a little bit more volume. And looking back down here, bullet plate, definitely not taking you for now. But the crystals, we most certainly want to have those with us. The scrolls as well. Take the pearl, the potion. And yeah, we don't need the book. Everything else we're just going to have to leave here. Yep. Okay, so we know that there is a plate here, so I'm just going to say burr plate, so that we can remember in the future. Yeah. And let's jump on our bicycle and be on our way. We are tired, so we want to be a little bit cautious. Oh boy. Okay, let's slow down just while we're moving through here. There we go. We can speed up. We can ride faster. Oh, well, hot damn. We've actually got quite a few zombies here, and they're all taking on this plastic golem. So let's just try and see if we can very quickly ride through here. Oh, there's a grappler. We don't like that. So let's just go ahead, slow right down. Just turn and start to ride quickly to the north so that we might be able to get around that grappler without too much trouble. That zapper's back up as well. There we go. We made it. No problems. And we seem to be able to stick at 24 without it actually tiring us out that much. So the bike, great for us. The zombie wrestler, not so much. Okay, so we are going to make our way around here. Start to slow down just so we can make this corner okay. Apparently we did see quite a few dead then. And we'll just go and stop outside of here. Okay. Stop driving. Jump on off this thing. And we'll close these doors behind us, something that I probably should have done sooner. And let's see if we can smash this thing. Or, you know, figure out what we're going to need to smash it. So we're going to start off with the crowbar that we have and see if that will do the job for us. Okay, so yeah, we do want to wield a crowbar. Let's try and search for that thing if we can. Crow. And we don't seem to have the crowbar anymore. Or unless that was weirdly trying to reload the item, which I think it was. Yep, crowbar +1. No, we've definitely got a crowbar. So it is going to be under our tools here. Crowbar +1. And let's start smacking. And there we go. We actually shattered that without too much trouble. And crystallized mana and a small mana crystal. Okay. So I believe that is the best method for us to deal with those. I can't hope so. Crystallized mana, there's a whole heap of it. We'll take that as well, thank you. The glass shards, we're not going to need, but there's a lot more crystallized mana there. Can I take all 48? Yes I can. Okay, that's good. Lovely. Well, we got what we need from the Technomancer's place now. So, a journey home. Do we... Now I'm trying to think about this. We do have the flotation vest with us, correct? We do. Fantastic. So we can swim across the river just fine. I don't know if we need to go all the way back with our bike, but the bike is a great tool in general for us to be able to get to places quite quickly. So it could still be worth our time just riding over here for now. Yeah, we don't need to teleport. And we'll probably just have our bike just, chill out on that side. So let's look at returning back home safely, as safe as one can do it, trying to avoid the tough zombies where we can, and we'll start to speed up as we make our way around here, avoiding Migos where possible, and being mindful of all of those screams that we could hear. Okay, let's step up that speed, going quite quickly now. I mean, riding a bike at 24 kilometers an hour it's pretty decent. And the thing is, we can get this thing to go a little bit faster as well, without us losing too much stamina. Oh wow, okay, that's a lot of turkeys. Okay, and let's just go straight ahead, and then once we start to hit the river, we're gonna make our way down. There we go, we can see it now, so we'll start to just follow along the edge of it until we can get to the point where we're kind of closest to our home. Quite a few remains here, and I think it's just on the corner. Yeah, start working our way down towards it, avoiding huge flies, black rats, and Labrador mutts. Okay, I think this is us here. Yeah, pretty much this corner. So this is where we're going to be parking up our bike for now, just leaving that on the ground. Obviously, we still have a lot of things in here as well that we want to bring back with us. It's just going to be a process of taking things over at this point. So, yeah, let's go ahead, wear that flotation vest, and start swimming. Dive into the water, start making our way across and up. There we go. There's our home, with the fire still burning there. A nice sight to see. we'll go and work our way down to the bottom level here. Turn on our light, because the bottom level is where all of our things are now. So we want to go and drop as much as we can of the extra bits and pieces that we have. So in terms of our food, probably don't need to have ogre strength on us. Anything else that is food, we're going to go ahead and drop off. Okay, so we've dropped off a whole heap of stuff there. We're going to quickly make our way back up and across the way here. Just wanting to make sure that we actually bring everything across. Thank you, bicycle. You've been fantastic. Okay, so let's see. We want to be grabbing all of that stuff here and moving it across into our inventory. We'll just go ahead and we will wield the Winchester for now. Dive back into the water. And once we get across this time, we'll be sure to actually dry ourselves off using that towel of ours, just that we're not too miserable. So we've got a lot of stuff here that we can gift to Valzane, and we will look at doing that. But that's going to be a bit of a journey in and of itself. And yeah, there's a lot of things just here to sort out. A lot of magic for us to learn further. And I'm just looking now, and I swear the resolution of the game has completely dropped back down. So yeah, things are still a little strange with that. I'm going to see if I can figure out exactly what's going on. But hey, this has been a productive episode for Luna. We managed to learn a whole heap of new spells, and sure, some of them we've only just learnt, but it just gives us so much more capability. I mean, having that higher dexterity is fantastic. We are going to be very, very quick on our feet, very hard to hit, and then we've got a lot of spells that just generally help us with controlling our enemies. Not just doing damage to them, because like that's great, like Ice Spike, Point Flare, they're cool, but things like the Gravity Well and the Ethereal Grasp are really going to help us out when we're dealing with large groups of enemies. Just imagine slowing them all down to the point where we can try and, get as many folks together as possible and then just blasting them with one massive fireball. I like the sounds of that. And hey, we've got burning hands now as well, so I feel like we're going to be able to really just crack down into our reading and try and get better with those spells. So yet again, it is going to be more reading, but with them, I'm probably just going to try and work through the food that we have here, read as much as we can, and then once we're done with that, that's when the next episode will start, just so we're not sitting through a whole heap of Luna just reading scrolls that we've already read. So, that has been our episode for today. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a fantastic day. For now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.